Okay, good morning. Welcome to
FamilyMath222a.
222a. So you and I are home alone because your brother's out at an art class, and then we went and got haircuts. Now we're going to do a 3D printing project.
Yep.
All right. So your brother had an interesting problem where he had a shape like this, some equilateral triangles, and some little circular arcs on top of them.
Yep.
And he had to find the area. That was a tough problem. But I'm going to use this as a learning about 3D printing example with you. How much geometry do you know?
Not a lot.
Not a lot? Okay, that's all right. We need to make two shapes. We're going to have to print 4 each of 2 shapes to talk about this problem. What are the 2 shapes we need to print?
Well, these little circular arcs.
Yep.
And then we need to print the equilateral triangles.
And we need to print the equilateral triangle. So we have to tell the computer how to draw those shapes. So let's start with an equilateral triangle. I'll just say it has sides of 2.
Yep.
Okay, so these are 2 long, 2 long, and 2 long. Okay. And I'm going to say this point is 0, 0, and the x-axis is going to go this way, and the y-axis is going to go this way.
Yep.
Okay, so what do you think this point is going to be?
Well, if these sides are 2, then wouldn't this point be 2?
Okay, so the x value would be 2, and how high up does it go?
It goes too high. Because it goes up 2, but then you have to go over a little bit.
Well, what about this point here, though?
Oh, none.
None, so 2, 0.
So 0.
Okay, so that's interesting. So this point's not too hard to draw. This line here always has y equals 0 on it. So if we're going to try to understand this triangle, this point, these points up here are all the points above y equals 0.
Yeah.
Then we need to figure out this line and be below it, and this line and be below it. Okay, so that's what we're going to tell the computer. And in order to figure that out, we need to know what this point is.
Well, wouldn't this point be 1, 2?
Ah, good. Very good guess. Maybe it's 1, 2.
Well, because...
Hey, why do you think it's x equals 1?
Well, because wouldn't this be, if you shifted it down here, wouldn't it be the midpoint?
Yeah, it'd be the middle. Very good. So that means it's x equals 1, and it makes a little triangle here, like this. Can you see this triangle?
Yep.
This is how high it is, so this is the thing we don't know. But we know this is a right angle there. This is 1, and this is 2. So what can we do to figure out what the y coordinate is? We think it might be 2, but we're not sure.
Well, we could use the Pythagorean theorem.
Yeah, the Pythagorean theorem. What does the Pythagorean theorem say?
A squared plus b squared is c squared.
So if I call this y high, so
Yep.
it says 1 squared plus y squared is
2 squared.
2 squared. So 1 plus y squared is 4.
So y is 3.
Y
So
squared is 3.
So it's a little more than 1.
Yeah, what is y exactly?
Y would be, well, what? You can't, well, it wouldn't be 1.5.
No, it wouldn't be 1.5. What number squared is 3?
Well, what? No, oh. It's gonna be 33.
Square root of 3, right? So there we go. Square root of 3, whatever that is, whatever the square root of 3 is. We don't have to figure that out. Hopefully Mathematica knows.
Yeah.
So there we go. So we're going to have a line that goes not to the point 1, 2. It's not quite too high.
1 square root of 3.
1 square root of 3. And if we can figure out what this line is, we take the points below that line, the points below that line, and we've got ourselves
An equilateral triangle.
an equilateral triangle, and we can print it. And then we just have to figure out how to do the little ice cream cone thing on top of it. But that'll be the same idea. We're going to be below this part of a circle instead of being below that line. So hopefully we can figure that out too.
Yeah. Maybe.
I think we can. Okay? All right, you want to do it?
Yeah.
All right, good job.